Worth reminding folks that Councilmember Charles Allen, who represents this district or this ward in D.C. and this community, says every resident has been accounted for, but it's clear there's still a forceful fire to fight, and that's why we're seeing so many responders on scene. It's a 4-alarm fire, indicative of having maybe 100, maybe more fire personnel there. Not just D.C. Fire, but some suburban fire departments now helping out as well. But the fire is, if not contained, it certainly has some issues on its east side.
That video that we showed you, our live pictures there, was that fire actually jumping from the west to the east side of that building from our photographer BJ Forte, one of the first on the scene photographers, along with Aaron Gilchrist, Jackie Benson too, with the evacuees right now. But look at how heavy this smoke is, just pouring up out of the 5th floor of this building. Again, this is a brick structure, which is why we haven't seen much in terms of a collapse. Nothing has come down on this building. And again, we've been going about 2 hours and 20 minutes. Aaron Gilchrist, you were among the first on the scene. What are you seeing from your vantage point now?
Jim, I heard you say it. You're right. It looks like this fire has spread yet again. As you indicated, we're on the east side of this building, standing on 7th Street, looking over toward what would be 6th if the street ran along the back side of this building. And it looks like that back side of the building is now on fire. We can see smoke, a line of smoke coming from the top of the building here. We can also see a window, what I would assume is an attic window, that is now smoking. We saw flames, fresh flames shooting out of there a moment ago. The white smoke would indicate that they're having some success with putting those flames out, but still a lot of black smoke to deal with too, indicating that there is still fire burning there. Again, having spread. I'm trying to count how I've sort of seen this spread from 1, 2, 3 to now fifth side of the building, or 5th time that we've seen fresh flames pop up on a new side of this building. Still DC Fire, along with units from the Navy Yard, from Joint Base Anacostia Bowling, on scene here, putting water on this. You know, guys, it's just amazing when you consider that we've been watching this for as long as we've been watching it, and there are still fresh, not small flare-ups, but big flames, big spots where fire is coming anew in this building. And it looks as though, as I look from where we are, I see a big depression in the roof now that would indicate that part of the roof isn't there anymore. We've seen pieces crumbling on one side, on the K Street side here, and this is not going to be a building that anybody's going to go back to live in anytime soon, I would imagine.
Hey, Aaron, let me ask you, because we've seen this is a tremendously long building. How close are other buildings to this structure? Is it in an island of its own in terms of being surrounded by other streets?
No, it's not on an island at all. Directly across the street from this building, there are several townhomes across 5th Street from this building. On the K Street side, on the south side of this building, there's a Marine Corps parking structure. And then as you work your way down 5th Street, there are other buildings there, more townhouses, a community center. There's a school not far from here. I know where I go to vote. On the opposite side of the building, on the north side, you have Virginia Avenue, which had been under construction for a long time here now. That sort of butts up right against the highway here, but all the wind, all the smoke here is blowing south toward M Street, toward the Navy Yard, toward the Anacostia River, into those homes. When I came walking over here from where I live, 6-7 blocks away, you could see through. The smoke hadn't gotten that dense yet around 4 o'clock. Now I can't see anything beyond the fire trucks that are closest to me on what would be 6th Street if 6th Street ran through here.
I think in that right box that we're seeing, Aaron, I think we are seeing somebody being evacuated from, I believe, from that building or from nearby that building. A man on a stretcher there. Looks like he's okay, but going to be checked out by emergency personnel there on the scene. And
that's Jackie Benson's camera where the evacuees are being taken to that community center.
Aaron, when we first came on the air a few minutes after the 4 o'clock hour, and we were seeing people racing to that building with wheelchairs. We were seeing Marines running to that scene. It was really a frightening ordeal to witness. And we're trying to play back that interview that you had with one of the Marines. Have you been able to speak with anybody else there, any of the other Marines that